take your body weight in pounds and multiply that by 10. So if you're 200 pounds, 2,000 calories. You want 1 gram of protein per pound of target body weight. So if you want to be 180, have about 180 grams of protein from there. Now, carbs match your protein and your carbohydrate intake. A lot of people will go and just nuke all the carbohydrates out, and you can do that for short periods when it comes to a diet. But long term, your training quality is going to go down and stress is actually going to go up as carbohydrates actually help buffer cortisol and support optimal thyroid function. So it doesn't mean that you can't go low carb, but I typically like to go a little bit higher on the carbohydrates and pull down your fat instead. So when you have the setup, body weight in calories. So when you have the setup, body weight times 10, that's your calories. Target body weight, 1 gram per, so say 180 grams in this case. Carbs, the same as protein, 180, and then the remaining calories will be from fat. There's a lot of individual variability here, but evidence across the board, when you've looked at the meta-analysis, it's very clear that people can lose fat both on higher carb and lower carbohydrate amounts as long as you can control for protein intake and calories. Focus on protein and plants, or as I like to say, foods that came from the ground or at one point had a face. When you do this, you're going to have more minimally processed foods. It's going to be a lot simpler to stay on track with your diet. We typically see that the more processed foods somebody eats, generally speaking, they're going to have a harder time sticking to their overall calories. Stick to single ingredient foods. That is going to simplify everything dramatically. We're going to get all the fiber, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients that we need to look, feel, and perform our best without overshooting our calories like we would when we're typically consuming a diet full of more highly processed foods. This is a game changer if you're constantly overwhelmed with always having to make decisions. Eat the same foods on repeat at regular times. The more decisions we have to make around food, the more room for error there is going to be and the more overall overwhelm there is going to be. And when we eat at regular times, that's when we can actually get our body set up with regular rhythms to prevent huge cravings at random times of the day. For example, if you're always eating at different time periods, you're going to find yourself with crazy ravenous hunger, which makes it exponentially more likely that you overconsume calories and by extension of that, gain body fat. So eat the same foods on repeat and eat at regular times. As a personal example, I typically rotate through the same things for breakfast, for lunch, and my snack is always the same. The big variability for me, it comes with dinner. That's when I'm with my friends, that's when I'm with my family. But that way, I'm 80% of the way there before I even get to dinner, and I haven't had to think about making the right decision when it comes to food. Automate your meals. Eat the same things on repeat. Get 1 or 2 breakfasts and just continue to go through them. If you can afford it, use a meal delivery service. I use something like the Vertical Diet each and every single day. Simple and straightforward. It's a way where I can get a good high quality protein meal, high fiber, great overall food quality without breaking the bank or having to make a decision around food. Remove unhealthy foods. A lot of people will have all the motivation in the world. They do well with their diet for a couple days. Then all of a sudden there's something in the pantry that they reach for. And before you know it, they've downed an entire bag of chips. Listen, if you have unhealthy foods in your environment, you're going to be exponentially more likely to grab them. Much like in the same scenario, if you're trying to be sober, you probably don't want to be at a bar or have a full built-up bar in your living room. You're going to run into issues with making good food choices if that environment is not conducive for you to stay on track. We have to curate your environment.